Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a good day today. It was a good day for me, typical day, blah blah yakety smackety. Boom. Let's get into what I wore. I went with Lattafa Oud, Oud for glory. Elephant in the room, Oud for greatness, don't know. It's on its own. End of that one. Sprayed a bit on my hand an hour ago. So refresh. So let's get into it. How did I wear it? Strong scent, 2 in my moisturizer, 1 on the back of my neck, shirt on, 1 on my shirt. That was it. More than enough today. Another chilly, rainy day, storm season. So, good day for it. Good day for it. How does it perform? Really good. I think the hype is over now for it for the most part, which is nice because now we can start bringing down the excitement and actually do legit kind of stuff on it, if you know what I mean. The hype is, I should say over, but it's not super hyped anymore. You know, there's been new releases, other clones, blah, blah, blah. So this one has kind of started to take a backseat, which is fine. I mean, it's still really good. It's just not as hyped as it was 6 months ago, right? Year ago. I mean, but it's still really good scent. As far as, like I said, being a clone, don't know. Oud for greatness might be great. I don't know. I just know that this stuff is pretty damn good. That's how I applied it. Performance. The first half hour is really good projection, like pretty much beast. I don't get the same performance as a lot of people are getting off of this one. Still, that being said, it's not bad. I get better performance from Oud Mood, Oud Intense, or whatever it is, Amir Oud Intense, by the fireplace one. I get better performance from them, but then they're in the upper, on my skin anyway, they're in the upper echelon of performing fragrances. This is pretty much just below it. It's not a bad, but by anybody's standards, this is a great performing fragrance. So, at least on me anyway. And so let's get into it. Like I said, the first half hour is pretty beast. Then it kind of settles down into about an arm's length away, you know. And it stays there for about 3 hours on its projection. Then it comes in, takes about another half hour, comes in for about 3 hours. It gives you it's not a skin scent, but it's not a super projection monster either. You know, it's about 6-7 inches away. You can smell it just by going like that or giving yourself a whiff on your arm, you know, like right there, I can smell it. So then it kind of becomes a detectable skin set where you don't have to be, you just gotta, you know, gotta be a little close for a couple hours. Then it becomes a pretty soft skin scent for the last hour, hour and a half, and then it's kind of gone. So about 8 hours, we'll say, roughly. You know, 7.5 to 8.5, give or take. So not a bad performer at all. Definitely get you through your whole day. Before you have to reapply in the evening if you wanted to wear it again in the evening. So what's it smell like? First off, let's get some of the notes out of the way. You know, oud, nutmeg, saffron, lavender, musk, patchouli, and there's a bunch of notes that I didn't find listed on most places. Like there's a sugary caramel almost note to it. There's some woody aspects to it. Other woods, sandalwood, cedar, things like that. A bit of smokiness, but it's not an incensey scent. You know what I mean? It's just got this hint of it. So probably some Gaiac wood, I imagine, something like that. Yeah, so, you know, whatever. Notes don't matter here. It's what do I smell? Unfortunately, the first half hour or so is the first 5 minutes is just super harsh. Like, it is aggressive and synthetic, and like that synthetic oud and saffron is just, I don't like oud and saffron together for the most part if they're the main two players. I do like the mix, as you'll see with the scent as it goes on. But as the two main players, I don't like it anyway. And then you add this screechy, loud, synthetic oud and saffron. And it's almost too much for me. I have to kind of just spray it and forget it for a few minutes. I don't go in there and smell, or it just wrecks me. But like I said, about a half hour into it, that goes, or 5 minutes into it, that goes away. In the next half hour, it's still mostly that oud and saffron, but now some of the other notes are coming up to play. It's smoothing itself out, coming a bit more wearable, honestly. And it's very wearable after, like I said, the first half hour to an hour. If you're like me and you don't like too much oud and saffron, it might be too much, but give it a half hour before you make your judgment. Because then, like I said, what starts to come up the mid, that's when the mid starts to come out, and it develops into a nice oud, woody, powdery, creamy, almost caramel-like sweetness, but never overly sweet. I don't want to give you it's there. It's not even in the background, but it's just the right amount of sweetness. And slightly spicy with that. I'm picking up the nutmeg cinnamon combo that are in a lot of Middle Eastern type scents, you know. That's what I'm getting again, but not super spicy. It's there. Everything, that's the thing with this scent. It's softer than the other ones. Everything is there. You can smell it, but nothing is overpowering. Everything seems to be kind of working together, blending well. You know, and it never really loses that sweet, woody, oudy, spicy kind of vibe until about the last hour of the scent, where it becomes your basic, you know, wood and musk scent, your basic fire dry down. And like I said, that's about 8 hours into it. Up until then, it's always this soft, sweet, spicy, oudy, woody kind of scent. And that's what it is. Floral too. I forgot there's some florals in there. Definitely pick up on some florals. Lavender and the saffron, of course. And there's other florals that I can't distinguish, but they're there. So it's like a woody, floral, oud, creamy, sweet, slightly spicy scent with a base of wood and musk. I mean, that's it, guys. That's it. And it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And doesn't smell, except for the first 5 or 10 minutes, it doesn't smell cheap at all. It smells as nice as any high-end designer that I've ever smelled. So, and a few niche products that I've smelled. So, yeah, I mean, if you don't like oud, or you don't like Middle Eastern type scents with the spices and the oud and the saffron, this isn't going to change your mind. But if you do like them and you haven't smelled this one yet, give it a try. I don't think it's a whole lot. I haven't checked the prices. When I got it, it was like 30 bucks. I think it's still around there. Give or take 10 bucks, I guess. It should still be around there. I wouldn't spend any more than $30 or $40 on it. Unless you've had it before and you love it and you run out and then you want it again. It's perfectly worth it. But you may not like it because the vast majority of people like it, but there are a vocal minority, and I don't know if that's just because they're pissed off because it does smell so good and so similar to the $400 fragrance that they bought. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to defend their $400 purchase over a $30 purchase. But that could be part of it, honestly. But either way, guys, this couple of the other, the Afnan, I think it's Oud Supremacy, is supposed to be really good. I haven't smelled it yet, but it's supposed to be as good as this, if not a little better. There's another one that's out there. I can't remember the name of it now. And then there's the Authentic. If you can afford the Authentic and you want the Authentic, get the Authentic. Nobody's saying you're wrong. Why? I mean, get it if you can afford it, or if you want to afford it, or get this if you can't afford it, or don't want to afford it. You're perfectly fine with this, I guess. So that's it, guys. Yeah. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.